Hi guys, this is Ruben. Lots has happened since the past week. There's some minor hiccups with the core upgrade, but we've more or less resolved that. So those of you who went up to speed, there was a slight problem whereby transactions were not being processed by some of our pools. This actually was a sort of an incompatibility between the old 0.8 core to the new 0.13 core, especially in relation to the fees. After all the pools upgraded, the main ones being Mining Pool Hub, Supernova, and Zpool, all these problems disappeared, and transactions are now progressing smoothly, so shouldn't be having any more problems with that. We really like to thank Mining Pool Hub and Flat Whirlpool for giving us their logs to help us sort of narrow down the problem, and everything should be okay right now. Now, if you notice a lot of hash rates being focused on Mining Pool Hub, I would like to highlight that Supernova, I think, is currently running a 0% fee. Do dedicate some hash to them. Zpool is running at 1% fee. And just in comparison, Mining Pool Hub is at 0.9%. So you're basically going to get like all relatively the same type of returns. But if you're interested in decentralization of pools, please do dedicate your hash to some of the smaller pools. I believe Supernova is up at 1.7 gigahash or something like that. So it's quite a decent amount of hash there. So do help out. Now, we did talk about having our own pool. We actually do have it up right here. It's more of like a testing version, not meant for public use, because we were like really frustrated with having having to be reliant on pools to make sure they update all the time. And we're like thinking maybe we should have our own dev pool. It was an idea. We're still exploring it. I mean, the pool is fully functioning, but we haven't launched it yet. But now we have 3 major pools, and all of them with very good mining operators. We're not so sure whether we want to launch our own pool, but we did do work on it. We do have some kind of pool running, but we'll see how it goes. We are actually more excited about launching a version of P2Pool. P2Pool is like a decentralized mining pool that's been used in Bitcoin and other coins, where you don't actually have to rely on a pool operator, so you don't have to worry about any theft by the pool operator. You don't have to trust a pool operator. It's a bit less user friendly to use, but it is the ultimate in decentralization for mining pools anyway. So we're working with a dev warrior on this. Hopefully we can get something up and running soonish. But yeah, this is pretty exciting. We can get it up and running. So yep. Now what's other? So yes, the lib 0 coin update. We did talk about this. Slightly delayed because we were resolving the issues with the core upgrade. But if you can see, this is a private repo, and we've been working really hard on this. Basically, the code's done. We can take a look at the testing notes. Basically, we are just now testing it to make sure it runs all right, and we'll make some announcements when we're ready to make this public and push the updates into our code. And hopefully, other projects will be able to use this lib 0 coin update as well. Okay, and other thing is that we did talk about a GUI update. Just to give you a quick idea of progress, we had a first draft. We weren't really happy with it, and now we're like reworking with the designer how to improve it. This is one of the early drafts. Some things are wrong, like the icons and stuff, and but just to give you an idea that we are working on it. We're kind of make this a bit more snazzy, and we appreciate sort of ideas to improve the 0 coin core GUI as well. So yeah, another thing is our new website that's progressing. Finally, it was like they were working on some of the animations, and that took a bit longer than expected, but we hope to launch sometime this week. I'll just give you a this is one of our, this is not the final. This was just just showing you what has been done. It's a bit more clean, brighter, less hackery, and yeah, this isn't the final. I'll hope to leave something to the imagination to sort of make you a bit more excited. Well, we also have an updated miner from DJM on the Lyra 2Z algorithm. So it was actually some people actually realized that the OOCC miner, which was released, was a bit slower than Tuprot's version, and DJM found what was the issue, updated his binaries with different kind of compilation, and there's a significant gain of a hash rate, about 20%. I do recommend for anyone who wants to mine Zcoin with an NVIDIA card to use this CC miner, and yeah, do you feel free to report back on your results. But this is currently the recommended miner that we have that our team has released. Another thing that Znode's development has started is currently in the private repo, so you wouldn't see any updates in the main GitHub right now. Once we're ready, we'll push that. We are set to release probably in the first 2 weeks of November. It was I think about 5 weeks ish from now. Fingers crossed. We'll keep you posted. We don't see any roadblocks currently, and we'll keep you posted on that. As for Zcoin and Ethereum, we've made some huge progress. So as mentioned, for those of you who don't know, we're going to have a proof of concept Zcoin mixer for Ethereum, and a lot of people have been asking, well, what's the benefit to Zcoin? Because if you could do it on Ethereum, why would you want to use Zcoin? Now, we have some, first of all, I think, our technology is there. It's just a matter of exposure, and having access to the Ethereum community with our technology, we give this immense exposure to us. And I think on top of that, we were thinking more of like interoperability between the two coins. But what we find very interesting is that if you want to do a zero coin transaction on Ethereum, it's actually very gas intensive. It costs a lot of gas to do it, and it's always going to be cheaper to do it on the Zcoin network because it's just the way it's being set up. And but on top of that, so we actually have found a way to also reduce the gas costs on Ethereum by offloading certain of the zero coin calculations to an oracle. And what an oracle means basically is that you offload the computation to not to be processed on chain, as long as the result that returns back to the main chain can be verified by on chain. So basically you don't have to trust the oracle. The oracle just does the grunt work, and the on chain is like a teacher, checks the work, make sure it's correct at a fraction of the price, and just accepts the thing. We can have multiple oracles, but for our proof of concept version, we'll be using Wolfram Alpha to sort of do the calculation for us and pass the result back. But if you're thinking about it, the oracle is basically just a computer that just needs to do the calculation and pass the result back. So we were actually thinking, hey, this is actually a potential income stream for Znodes. Like if you're running a Znode, if you want to turn on the setting that allows people to offload this zero coin calculations to you, and you can return the result and get a small fee for it. This is a additional potential income stream for Znodes on top of the block reward. This is something that we find really exciting, and I think that it will build greater sort of interaction between the Ethereum and Zcoin community. Now, I can't release too much details on this. I mean, I can tell you this is really at the brainstorming stage, So don't say like, oh my god, yeah, you guys are working on it. We haven't started any code on that part, and whereby you're getting Ethereum or like the oracleization to the master nodes right now. Right now we're just focusing on getting the master node, the Z nodes, right? So but this is just sort of an idea of the possibilities that can happen with Z nodes. It's not just a way to earn dividends. It is a complete platform that you can do things on top of it. So we're really excited about these possibilities. These are some of the potential use cases, and we'll keep you posted. I think beyond that, I think we're more or less covered. Oh yes, the marketing update. A lot of people have been asking about that. So yeah, we were in further talks with Naga DDB. They say that they probably need another week or so to come back with a 6-month proposal, sort of like campaign strategy and whatnot. I think they were more used to working with traditional and some digital media, but cryptocurrency is a really new thing. So we we were discussing about how to talk about what would we quantify as success, right? Like, is it wallet downloads? Is it more engagement with our Twitter? How do you tell that the campaign is working? It's quite a difficult task to determine that, because they want to make sure they're delivering value. So most of the discussions in the past week have been trying to define that. So they're going to come back with a proposal hopefully sometime this week. Keep you posted. But we haven't committed anything to Naga DDB yet. And we are actually, some guys in the US have actually talked about approaching some other companies who may have more familiarity with cryptocurrency. So we're exploring those as well. If you have anyone that you think is a professional marketing company, please do connect them with us. But what just sort of like an idea of what the direction we're heading at. We're not thinking about like spending huge amounts of money on ads and like a lot of ad spend, or like Google ads and like Facebook ads. I don't know. I think our target market is basically people who are already buying cryptocurrencies right now, and it's more of like, why should they buy Zcoin opposed to other coins? Because if you were going to go to the wide public, and they don't even know what Bitcoin is, and ask them to buy Zcoin, there's several leaps of information, and I guess it's kind of like a barrier to entry, right? So we were thinking, let's focus on the existing cryptocurrency investors that know already something about Bitcoin, so that they know the benefit of Zcoin. And I think the idea is about having a story and a more professional feel to our Zcoin material that comes out, more infographics, so that people can process it and not be a bunch of text that's kind of a bit too technical or what it is, right? So I do think that we are among the top privacy currencies up there. It's just that we haven't been recognized. That's starting right now. We have lots of interested investors, like big ones, approaching us, and they're all keen to partner with us and stuff like that. But well, let's see. Stay positive. I know, like, some people. Okay, just like a quick note, for like, as a general point, I don't make any type of price predictions or like comments on price going up or going down, because basically a lot of these things are out of control, like traders, bladers, and it's the cryptocurrency market, right? But don't expect the team to always like, explain why did it go down by 5% or stuff like that. I want you to take a look at what we're doing and decide for yourself, is that really something is the team's fault? It's not, and a lot of people are saying, yeah, do more marketing, do more, code faster. It's not as if we aren't trying. So just be patient, and if you have some really like constructive things, that something concrete that we can do, like, hey, have you explored this market? Do you have contacts? Like, if you have a contact with someone that can help us get onto the exchange, or like, you know, do you have someone in the community that was willing to hold like Zcoin meetups? Let us know. You know, we'll be even able to provide you like merchandise to give out for free, or like, you know, some Zcoin to give out at the meetup. We'll be happy to help you out with that. But if everyone's just like saying do more marketing, do more community outreach, it's easier said than done. So, you know, think about it. Don't just hate on us. You know, come up with something more positive. All right. You know, if you think about it, like the dev team probably holds a lot more Zcoin than you do, and it's always in our interest to make sure that Zcoin is the best coin that we can make it. So yeah, you know, don't worry too much. We're in it for the long term, and we really appreciate like those people who have been approaching us to see whether they can help out in any way that they can. And yeah, you know, it's a work in progress. So I think that's it for the updates for this time around. You know, the team has been, you know, after the whole core upgrade, you know, we've been taking a bit of a breather, but you can take a look. You know, we haven't stopped working. We're still working on the weekend, and yeah, I hope you know, just stay patient. Right. So I think that's it for us. If you have any questions, you know, leave them in the comments, or you know, drop by our Slack, and yeah. Oh, on that note, you know, we've been having lots of spammers on Slack. We're actually thinking whether this is the best way to have a community. You know, some people have talked about moving to Discord. But yeah, you know, if you guys have any questions and like, you know, any suggestions on where our community should be talking at, we have our Telegram community, we have a WhatsApp community. But yeah, you know, just let us know, you know, any alternative to Slack, or should we just use the Matrix Riot, which hardly anyone uses. But yeah, give us some ideas on how you think you can combat the spam in our group. So yep, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching. Thank